Hey everybody, so finally getting on my walk, and I just want to talk a little bit about family. And sometimes when we are invited to be with family, they're at a different level of understanding, a different level of being aware of what's going on. And sometimes it's better to just kind of just wait it out and be quiet. Other times it's appropriate to start a conversation and talk about uncomfortable things that actually people just don't want to talk about, but to bring the dark into the light. So anyway, today was a family birthday kind of get together, and it was all about the food and the restaurant, like like the food in the restaurant, and like what everybody was going to choose, and all that kind of business, when you're getting together. And then the conversation talked about some of these past experiences that involved evil, so it's like the signs are there, like rodents and snakes and things being found in the home environment. Those are like symbols that something's not right. In addition, like the conversation then went to some of these other family members that are just walking the wrong path, okay? And these extended family members are just absolutely clueless. They're walking in sexual immorality, in with incest. There's people that are doing horrible things that just they're clueless, and these are people that I do not have any association or contact with. And sometimes when you are around and in the proximity of people that are doing these evil things, that they're really under like legions of evil spirits, it's better that you separate yourself from people like that are just, they're not willing to change. They're not willing to take a look at what they're doing. They're just so far gone. And my cousin, who is no longer with us, he was a super talented man that did carpentry work and electric, plumbing, etc. He was a super talented guy. And in his, he had built out this apartment that I currently live in, and it was, just like a dirt floor and concrete floor type basement, and he just completely renovated it into this beautiful apartment. And while he was doing different tasks, there were certain things that I was his helper, his assistant on. And so we had many conversations about God and sin and what was going on in his life. And he has a sister who is crazy. And he would tell me, what he witnessed and what he observed and what he thought was going on. And I prayed for him. I prayed over him. I had whatever conversations I could have at extended family gatherings to kind of, address the situation. And the point is, this person, she's still alive. She did not want to address any of these issues. She didn't want to take responsibility for her behavior, for her son's behavior, for the atrocities that she's doing. She just didn't want to take responsibility. And again, we can invite people into the conversation to look at what they're doing, look at the sin that's in their life. We can call attention to it, and we can say, the Bible says, Jesus says, God says, and what they do with it is on them. You know, I was obedient, and I had those conversations. Now my cousin, and he was an amazing person in the sense of his talents, you know, what he did to serve our family with carpentry, electric, plumbing projects. He was an incredible craftsman and talented in so many ways. And what he did for building out and creating beautiful spaces that all of us in our family still enjoy. And the issue is, you know, I knew that his own sin was that he was struggling with, you know, his propensity towards men. He was gay, and we would have conversations, and I would say, hey, you know, that's not biblically correct, and he would be like, I know it isn't, and you know, I'm fighting it as best as I can, and many times I win, meaning I'm not participating, and he's like, but sometimes I lose. And the point is, you know, he died. And again, when we continue to be in active sin, you know, we run the risk of, being in sin. It's like I tried to walk away from these people so I would have privacy, and they just literally followed behind me. Okay, it is what it is. So I'm gonna stop here and pick up again